Hey, what's good, family? Welcome to week 4 of the 52-week options trading challenge. To those of you that are new here and want to start from the beginning, hey, be sure to start from the beginning on this video right here. If you just want to jump in right where we are, welcome to the 52-week options trading challenge. The goal for the challenge, or at least for me, is to start with $200 and trade all the way up to $28,000 or more than $28,000 within the span of this next 52 weeks. And how do I plan on achieving this? By getting an average of 10% on my account each week trading options. And now without further ado, hey, let's hop in and let's look at the chart. This video is brought to you by Moomoo. At the time of this recording, Moomoo is offering an 8.1% APY on all uninvested cash and up to 60 free stocks when you sign up and make a deposit. And if for some reason you're not familiar with Moomoo, Moomoo is a worldwide brokerage and it more than likely has something for you, whether you are beginner or more seasoned investor. Let me show you just how easy it can be to run company analysis in Moomoo. Let's say I was thinking about buying Apple stock. I would click on Apple or search Apple up. I can click on company, and just like that, I already have the financials right here. I can swipe down, see all this other data. If I want to take a look and see who are the shareholders, I can click on shareholders. I can also look at kind of their dividend payouts. I can see that the dividend yield has come down over time, but I can see that the dividend payout has increased over time. There's a lot more analysis and numbers to look at as well, but this is just scratching the surface. Moomoo offers a lot of powerful tools for whatever kind of analysis you're looking to run. I feel the need to come back to this chart every video just because I want to hammer this in, not only to you, but I want to hammer this into myself that I don't need to do anything spectacular. Just need to try to hit that goal of 10%. And honestly, even if we miss, we should be pretty far along at the end of this 52 weeks. All right, these past couple weeks experienced a lot of adversity, but to those of you that are new here and don't know how this goes, so if you search compound interest calculator, that will bring you here, and it's just like legit the first link on Google. Now, taking a look at it, you might want to do this yourself. You might want to start with a different number. I'm starting with 200. Looking at it right here, first thing you want to put right here, $200. Length of time, it says length of time in years, but it's really going to be weeks for us. 52. And if you're going for a 10% goal each week, you can adjust it to whatever you want. This challenge is about consistency. I'm going for 10, but if you're going for 10% each week, hey, this is how it is. So compound frequency, it says annually, and that's only because right here it says years. So it's going to be weeks for us, but hey, then we're going to hit calculate, and that works out to be, we start with 200 by the end of the first week, 220 next week, 242 next week, 226 the next week. This is week 4. This is where we should be, 292, 82. That's where we need to be. But all right, so if we continue at this pace, continue gaining 10%, you'll notice week 47 to 48 is at 47 is at $17,639. 48 is $19,403. So all this work we're putting in right now, as we make these good habits, they're going to add up down the road. So now with that being said, let's hop in, take a look at my portfolio and how things went on today. All right, so here we are in the good old Moomoo. And as you can see on the day, we are up $37, 18.5%. I just had to refund the account, so definitely behind, but I'm not trying to take off and do too much. So right now, we hit more than 10% this week, hit more than 10% today, but this is week 4. So as we saw earlier, the goal is to be at like 292, but I'm also not trying to break my back getting there. So over time, there will be some weeks where we get ahead, and that's going to be how we try to catch up. We know what the goal is, but the goal is 10%. So I'm going to try to stick to that. Now, with that being said, today we traded the SPY, just took one trade. but it did not start off going our way. So if we look, you can see today, I tried to get a 605 call, but the price ran up too quick on me. So that one got canceled. I moved out to the 606 strike. And if we look, I got in at 9:41 Eastern Standard Time. That's about 12 minutes in the market open. And I got in at 184 per share. And then I sold out at 11:25 Eastern Standard Time. That's almost 2 hours in the market open. So spend some time in this trade. Honestly, I like to, when I'm doing stuff like this, I would like to get out sooner, but it is what it is. When I got these contracts, these contracts had 8 days of time on it. Today is the 5th. I got them for the 13th for the expiration. So 8 days of time on the contract. I'd like to get more, but that'll be easier as time goes on in this challenge. All right, so those are the contracts we picked. Now let's hop in, look at the charts, and see what exactly I saw whenever we made these moves. All right, so here we are looking at the charts. This is the trade charted right here. This is on the 15-minute. This is the chart I was looking at. So I entered about right here on this first candle, right here around 596.09 is where I took my entry, was where it was trading at. And that was after it came down and bounced off this level of support down here. All right, so actually real quick, let me show you how we started out the day. All right, so at the beginning of the day, kind of what I did was looking at the 4 hour. I looked at the 4 hour, kind of took the support and resistance for the day, which at the time, support was the high, the low was down here. The low was about 595.26. But then after the market opened, this candle ended up coming lower. But this candle ended up coming lower. But to start the day, the high was up here, low is here. So that's why these blue lines are here. And I was looking at the 4 hour. Now, with that being said, I entered right here. Here, let me go down to a 1 minute just so you can see a little better. But I was on a 15-minute. So I entered the trade right here on this candle. The trade ended up pulling back, going against me. I believe I was down maybe as much as $30 on this contract. And then, like down here, I believe I was down probably about $30 on the contract. And what kind of saved me a little bit was the fact that I had more time. So this movement down didn't hurt me too bad, but also I was nervous because we were spending some time down here. If we go back up to the 15-minute, pretty much I was just going to stick to the strategy, and whenever we got confirmation below this line, I was going to cut the trade. Luckily that didn't happen. So right here, I enter over here, we pull back, go back up, then we come back down and we break. I get nervous here. But then we pull back up and I'm like, oh, okay, things are all right. But then we kind of reject at the level. But it was luckily we didn't confirm here because we still touched the level. We're still making contact with the level. So I was able to ride this back up and sell out up here. And what made me sell out up here is it felt like we were starting to slow down. It's like I don't know. Felt like we were starting to slow down. It seemed like we were losing steam. So I sold out right on this candle. We did make another high, but I ended up missing out on riding this back down and ultimately did what needed to be done. I'd like to take this time to say, hey, I'm done with the challenge for this week. I still have other accounts that I'm trading in, but I'm not trying to get lost in the sauce. I'm not trying to be out on my day trades. I'm really trying to keep what happened like kind of the last 2 weeks. Last week was more of a continuation of the second week. I want to stop the errors, want to have the good consistency going. So once again, the name of the game is just consistency, small consistent steps in the right direction. And as we'll see at the end of this challenge, we'll have taken some pretty big leaps from where we are right now. And I like to imagine the family will be pretty strong too. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what you could be. If you made it this far, be sure to smash the like button. If you're riding along in the challenge too, hey, let me know, what are you trading to get your 10%, or what are your goals? Truly wouldn't be where I'm at without you, and I appreciate each and every one of you. So, if you made it this far, I'd like to take this time to say thank you so much for watching. If for some reason you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so that you don't miss any future content. And last but certainly not least, thank you so much for watching. Manuel signing off, and I want to change your life. Peace out, family.